Hi there, the name is Uduak Akpan. You can also call me Above Akpan. Today, quickly, I want us to look at what I call the God that hears prayers. The God that hears prayers. Yesterday, when we were having our prayer altar, I asked my son, that's the eldest son, to pray yesterday. And, he said something yesterday, even though he's been praying like that before, but it didn't hit me like it did hit me, yesterday. He said that that Corona might go away, that they might return to church and also be able to go back to school. And this thing really hit me. And I thought about it, even though, I've been praying. Most times I have prayer walk, sometimes with my wife, most of the time, praying for the nation, praying for Speaking Peace subscribers, praying for other things, praying for our future, praying for, the economy and everything like that. But the point is, a lot of us will come out, sometimes ask ourselves, talk about what government has done, what government has not done. But none of us has ever asked ourselves what we can do to actually help in this current situation. And that's what I'm calling today. We're going to be looking at prayers. We've heard about stories of different nations coming out on the streets, walking and praying and crying to God, because now nations are beginning to understand that with the way things are going, only God can help us. I came out at that time talking about after the lockdown, what are we going to do? Before the ease of lockdown, we had over 2,000 plus, but right now, after the ease of lockdown, you look at the number that we keep having almost on a daily basis. Now people are sinking more into fear, and the point is that only when we can run to the safest place in the world, that is the only time we begin to have this light. Darkness is filling up everywhere, because it comes with fear, and some people don't really know where to turn to. A lot of people are still looking up to government, but the point is government can only do what they can only do. The number keeps rising. We don't even know who the next person on the street is, and the point is we're still going to be having contact, and that is why you see that we cannot but call on the only one that can actually help us. I flipped up through different channels at that time. I saw different nations coming out to pray and cry unto God. Psalm 65 verse 2, just like the title of this particular video suggests, it says, "O ye that hears prayer, to you all flesh shall come." So until we understand that only God can hear our prayers and help us, that's the only time we begin to run to Him. But when we still have options, you understand, then we won't run to Him. So that's exactly what is happening right now. People are looking for options everywhere, but you only need to understand that the only option we have right now is in God, because it's the one that can keep us, that can keep our minds, that can keep us sane, even with what you keep seeing every time. People sit down in front of the television, listening to news from morning till evening, and the point is that what they keep receiving is messages of fear. And sometimes when you want to go out, you can't but be more cautious than not wanting to have contact. But the point is, you can't have a choice. You don't have a choice, but you are going to have contact. That is why you can't but look up to God, that can actually keep and protect you, that sees everything that you cannot see, that see who has the microbes and will prevent you from coming in contact with the person that already that is a carrier and not showing the symptoms already. So that is why you see that we cannot but call upon. This is what Namibia understands, and that is why they went on the streets. You can look at this clip for yourself.
We glorify your holy name. We bow before your name. We bless your name. Oh.
Peru also went on the streets and they cried and called upon God. And I know that just based on Psalm 65 verse 2, definitely God will hear our prayers. India also went on the streets. Just see for yourself what is happening. Nations are beginning to wake up and they are calling upon God.
I will ever love and trust you in your presence daily.
The next two clips are from Dominican Republic and of course Brazil. I'm sure you must have seen that of Brazil because this actually went viral. But before I play the clip, if this is your first time on Speaking Peace channel, Please do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to share, do not forget to like. God has instructed us to pray, for our subscribers. He said, gave us instruction in the last 3 videos, I think I shared it, that he said if you actually see the subscribers as family members, as team members, then we need to be able to pray for God's preservation and protection, for them. So the moment you finish watching this video, wherever you are, at any point in time, I want you to let this burden, if you actually want something to change, there should be a burden in your heart to be able to call upon God to pray. Go on the street. It's a different thing when you stay indoors, but this is specific, and it's particularly, for this particular situation. Please go on the street, just 5 minutes. Spend 5 minutes. You could spend longer than that, but spend 5 minutes, to call upon God. Second Chronicles 7:14 says that if the people who are called by my name will humble themselves, and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins and I will heal the land. So let's turn to God, let's cry to God, let's bow our knees, putting our head down and saying, God, please help us. The darkness is filling up. But if we begin to light up our light, just like different people, multitude lighting up candles, you can imagine how lighted up that particular place will be compared to one man's candle. So let us light up this nation. Let's begin to pray, call upon God, and we will see us winning this battle, and triumphing. Then we can go back together. The last time I had a dream that EPL returned, but he returned on an empty stadium, that footballers had to come back on the field and play without the fans. How can this particular pandemic kill our, where we catch fun from? So let's call upon God, then let God restore us, but in righteousness, in purity, and true holiness. God will help us and lift us up. I know you will not disappoint your nation. I know you will not disappoint your family. I know you will not disappoint yourself. By taking part of this, please go on the street and pray to God. God bless you real good.
Interpersonal con nuestro Señor. Hoy te queremos pedir perdón, Dios del cielo, porque